All right, welcome on into case number 10. Before we get started here, I'm going to show my minifigure guests for this episode. They are Digiverse J from Ninjago, and the other side of his face has a bandana. And we have Kai with his Jade Blade dual-sided weapon and a ninja star. We have Lego Ninjago Movie Kai, who can be happy or not. We have Golden Lloyd with the fire sword and a cup of coffee. Jay with a selfie stick from the Lego Ninjago movie. Training Lloyd in the Lego Ninjago movie. Lloyd riding a white three-tailed wolf. Lloyd getting ready to eat cereal in a casual outfit. And Rockstar Avatar J. He has one of those green daggers. Alright, with those being shown, the first movie up in this video is The Ring 2. I just watched The Rings not too long ago, and am excited to own it, but I don't yet. So I have a slot for it, and it's Blu-ray and Blu-ray. Then we have Rio, Good Bird movie. Rio 2, just as good. Both starred Jesse Eisenberg as the main blue bird. A bird that is blue, not actually a blue bird. Then we have Rise of the Guardians. This is a movie about the holiday guardian characters, like Santa, Easter Bunny, those types of guys. The Best 2 Years, a missionary movie. A return missionary movie called The RM, Return Missionary. That's a rite of passage for return missionaries to watch that. Robin Hood. Slot for a DVD of the original RoboCop, because I have it on Blu-ray in a trilogy pack. Same with the DVD slot for this one, also from the trilogy pack. And last from the trilogy pack, RoboCop 3, with a slot for the DVD. And then I have 2 existing DVDs for the remake of RoboCop. And on Blu-ray. Then we have Robots. One I just recently watched, To Rome with Love. It's a good story. Then we have The Rookie. Dennis Quaid sports movie. There's been quite a few of those, I gather. Roots, Disc 1. That is about a 100-year period where the rise and fall of slavery. I am against slavery with every fiber of my being. I hate the idea that it used to be a thing. Here's episodes 3 and 4. 5 and 6. Then 2007 documentary Crossing Over How Roots Captivated an Entire Nation. Roots 1 year later, hosted by Louis Gossett Jr. Rose Red, both discs look the same. That's a miniseries. Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts. That duo was in another. Richard Gere is in it as well. Then we have The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. RV. Not enough people talk about RV. It's really fun. Robin Williams movie. Sacred Vows, where they are broken in this. Those would be wedding vows. Saints and Soldiers during World War II. Saints and Soldiers 2, Airborne Creed. Saints and Soldiers 3, The Void. All of those are World War II stories. Saints at War. Samuel the Lamanite from Like in the Scriptures. 2 DVD copies of San Andreas and a Blu-ray that looks the same, but I'll show it anyway. There you go. Slots for a sequel in the Blu-ray. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Little Drummer Boy, and Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, right here. Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Santa Claus 2. The Escape Claus. I'm looking forward to the new Santa Claus movie that's going to hit Disney Plus. Santa Clauses. Sounds interesting. So I have a slot saved for that, assuming they'll release it. Satanic Rites of Dracula, or just the Rites of Dracula. Satellite Broadcasts, Seminaries and Institutes of Religion, discs 1 of 2. Different language selection. I would use English because that's all I understand. Saving Mr. Banks, I mentioned this in a previous video. For this reason. Saving Private Ryan, another World War II story. Very different from the previous 3. Saw. Fun fact, all the Saw movies come out in my lifetime. I think the first one was like 2000. 2004, something like that. And then 2005, I think, brought us the second one. That is the Jigsaw puppet, but not the Jigsaw person. Tobin Bell is Jigsaw the person right there. I have slots for the Blu-ray for the entire franchise through Jigsaw because I got Spiral on a combo pack. So here's 4. pattern like the other ones. Kind of disconnects it from the rest. 6, 7. Again, I wish there was a half saw pattern on it. Because even 8 Jigsaw has a saw pattern. So does Spiral, kind of. Blu-ray or DVD, right? And Blu-ray. I love that blue. Very pretty. And I have the Platinum edition of Scarface with Al Pacino. Just the Blu-ray. Okay. Next up is Scary Movie 1, which parodies mainly Scream, but there are some other things referenced in there that I couldn't tell you what they were. And then this one parodies a little bit of Ghostbusters, The Matrix, and Exorcist, as the redhead on the disc right there can give you evidence of. Scary Movie 3 parodies, among other things, the Ring franchise. I have a slot saved for the extended cut of that, the unrated cut. And this one parodies, looks like King Kong, It, Grudge, and Saw, as well as the what was it? War of the Worlds. There you go. And Scary Movie 5. I don't know any of the references that are in this one. Of course, I have to rewatch it to be able to say that in a definitive nature. But I don't remember knowing any of the things. Then there's Scream, the first one, with slots through the Blu-ray for 1 through 4. You'll see what I mean when we get to 5. Scream 2. Scream 3. This one fixed what failed with Wes Craven's New Nightmare, but it was still kind of confusing the way it played out. Scream 4, New Decade, New Rules. And Scream 5 on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K here. That's why I said I only had slots for the first 4 movies, because I have all formats for the last one there. Then we have Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Both are fantastic movies. The guy that plays Shaggy was Stu in the original Scream movie. Stu Macher, I think. Then we have Scooby-Doo, The Mystery Begins. This one's pretty good too, I guess. I think they have a different type of dog in this one than is present in the other two. And Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster Extended Edition, which is a whopping 82 minutes. Makes me wonder what the theatrical cut is. Probably like 60, 70. Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. Meets Batman. And Batman the Brave and the Bold, which also features the original Meets Batman on it. Chill Out Scooby-Doo. Creepiest Capers. Cyber Chase. Goblin King. Ghoul School, which rhymes. And the Loch Ness Monster and Sea Monsters. Two copies of Monster of Mexico. There. And the Pirates. Galactic Werewolf, copy 1. And copy 2. Samurai Sword. Witch's Ghost. Zombie Island. Return to Zombie Island. Right there. Scooby's All-Star Laugh Olympics. This was okay. Not as funny as I was expecting it to be. Then we have What's New Scooby-Doo Disc 1 and 2 for Season 1. That's all there was 2 discs. I left 2 slots for Season 2 because I have Season 3 right here. And we have Daphne and Velma, a Scooby-Doo origin story for those 2 characters. Scoob! Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Underrated. Not a lot of people talk about this movie. Definitely check it out. I'll be getting a Blu-ray eventually. Scorpion King with The Rock. Started it one night and then lost my place. Scorpion King 1 and 2. Rise of a Warrior. Only the first one has The Rock from what I hear. Scorpion King 3, Battle for Redemption, and Scorpion King 4, Quest for Power. There we go. And the last one is from 2018, Scorpion King, the Book of Souls. All those came out in my lifetime too. Secondhand Lions, which means they all came out in the last 20 years. 23 at the max. Secret Life of Pets 1. 2. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Want to get a DVD for this one? Secret Window with Johnny Depp. Based on Stephen King novels. A Stephen King novel. The Seeker, The Dark is Rising. I need to revisit that one to see what I remember what it's about. It's not all that memorable, but it was a good story from what I remember. Sensational Cities, New York. Don't know what to think of this. So I haven't watched, but it's been a long time, is The Sentinel Season 1 of 5, I think. Disc 1, 2, 3. They all have the same pattern on them, but in a different color. I showed them all. Serenity. Series of Unfortunate Events. Jim Carrey. Seven. This came out around the same time as the original Butterfly Effect, because in Butterfly Effect 1, they go to see this movie. Then we have the theatrical cut of Sex and the City, and the extended cut. Both are pretty good. Disc 2 looks the same for the extended cut. Then we have Sex and the City 2, and Sex and the City Season 1. Both discs look the same. No. There we go. The Shape of Water. Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. It does include a 2D version. For the first 5 Sharknadoes, I have slots for the Blu-rays. For number 6, I have a slot for a DVD. Sharknado. The second one. Oh, hell no. The Fourth Awakens. Global Swarming. And the one I have on Blu-ray currently is It's About Time. Which, in case you didn't catch, means it's a time travel story. Because why not? 2 copies of Shark Tale. Eddie Murphy is the voice of one of the characters in that. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Too long from now. She's the Man. I mentioned that with my Mrs. Doubtfire. They're similar in the sense that they have someone disguised as the opposite sex. Then we have Sherlock Holmes. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I think from the 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the 40s or 50s. The episodes on this disc are Cunningham Heritage, Lady Barrel, Pennsylvania Gun, Texas Cowgirl, Belligerent Ghost, Shy Ballerina, Winthrop Legend, Blind Man's Bluff, Harry Croker, Mother Hubbard, Red-Headed League, Shoeless Engineer, and Split Ticket. This disc 2, which looks the same, has French Interpreter, Singing Violin, Greystone Inspection, Laughing Mummy, Thistle Killer, Vanished Detective, Careless Suffragette, Reluctant Carpenter, Deadly Prophecy, Christmas Pudding, Night Train Riddle, Violent Suitor, Baker Street Nursemaids. This 3, which looks the same, has Perfect Husband, Jolly Hangman, Imposter Mystery, Eiffel Tower, Exhumed Client, Impromptu Performance, Baker Street Bachelors, Royal Murder, Haunted Gainsborough, Neurotic Detective, Unlucky Gambler, Diamond Tooth, and Tyrant's Daughter. And then there is a fourth disc that has 4 movies, which are The Sign of 4, The Triumph of Sherlock Holmes, Murder at the Baskervilles, and The Woman in Green. Then we have Sherlock Holmes starring RDJ. And Game of Shadows. I heard rumors that there would be a third one when I looked up RDJ's filmography. I have a slot saved for that. Then we have Stephen King's The Shining miniseries. Disc 1 has parts 1 and 2. And the final part 3 here has a picture on the disc, which I like a lot better than not having that. And then Jack Nicholson does such a phenomenal job in The Shining. This is the Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I have a slot for Blu-ray of the miniseries and Blu-ray 4K for that one. And Blu-ray 4K for Dr. Sleep as well. That is a sequel to the Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, in case you didn't know that. Then we have Shooter. About an assassination attempt. Then we have Short Circuit. Endless fun there. Shrek the Musical. I went to go see Shrek the Musical at Tacoma Musical Playhouse, and it's enjoyable. I'd like to see what the DVD has in store for me. Then Shrek, DreamWorks at its finest. Shrek 2, still pretty good. 3D, cheesy fun. I have 2 copies of Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third. Both discs look identical. They're just one's full screen, the other's widescreen for both of them, I think. Shrek 2 doesn't say. Full screen, widescreen for the third one. Then we have Shrek 4, Forever After. Scared Shrekless, Halloween special. Shrek the Hall's a Christmas special. Or even Shrek has Christmas, right? Sure. Signs. A slot for a DVD of Silent House. I might watch this one tonight. It looks really good. Simon, spelled with a 1 and one of those like skip symbols from Uno. Sing, great movie. Sing 2 I need to check out, but I've heard good things about it. So even though I haven't seen it, I do highly recommend both movies, with only having seen the first one. Singles Ward, pretty accurate depiction of what it's like. Fourth wall breaks and all. Singles Second Ward has an attractive blonde in it. Blonde girl. Single white female. Good story, good story. I want to get the up through 4K on that one. 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford and Anne Heche. Hope I pronounced her name correctly, but I do not know. I know Anne, that's easy, but her last name. Then we have Sky High. How cool would it be to have superpowers? I mean, come on, it'd be amazing, right? Right? Skyscraper. Something I left a slot for a Blu-ray of is the original Sleeping Beauty cartoon. We passed Maleficent, which is a live-action variant, but not a live-action remake because it is its own series, its own thing. And here's disc 2 with Maleficent and her dragon mode, which was not present until Mistress of Evil for Maleficent. But I do have a slot for a Blu-ray there. Probably have 2 for a combo pack, but who knows. While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman, right here. Sleepless in Seattle. I live about an hour or 2 from Seattle, depending on traffic, and I've never seen the movie. This one, however, I have seen Sleepover. That was a good one. This one I've watched twice, and I'm just as confused as if I had never seen it. So I need to revisit this one to be able to understand it better, hopefully. Smallfoot. This is what we are to the Yeti. Small Soldiers. Worth a rewatch if you haven't watched it in a while, or if you've never seen it. Worth the checking out. Smurfs. Smurfs 2. The Lost Village. Is there a Smurf 3 or is this the third one? I'm not sure. And we have The Legend of Smurfy Hollow and A Christmas Carol. Apparently I liked Smurfy Hollow so much that I got it by itself. Space Above and Beyond, Disc 1. I think Disc 2 has the same color scheme. And 3 and 4 have the same color scheme, green. There we go. I can see the disc reflected in itself just now. And then disc 4 is blue, or 5 I mean. Spaceballs with room for a Blu-ray for this one. Who doesn't love Spaceballs? People that don't have a sense of humor. Space Jam. Both with slots for the Blu-ray. Oh, I left one for a 4K for that as well as 3 slots for Space Jam: A New Legacy on all 3 formats. It's Looney Tunes, come on. I love the Looney Tunes. Special Witnesses of Christ, right there. Franchise I want to get on all 3 formats. Species. Species 2. 3. And 4, The Awakening. There you go. I want to get all of them to 4K. Speed. There's a second one that I want to try and get. Spiderwick Chronicles. Spies in Disguise. Will Smith and Tom Holland do great in this. Yes, Spider-Man, that Tom Holland. Tom Holland also is the director of one of the Psycho movies, but it's a different Tom Holland to the one that's currently Spider-Man. Split Infinity. Interesting story. The lead actress goes back in time to be her grandfather's little sister to see what her life was like, because no one could ever tell her any stories about her. Spooky House. I have a copy split in half. Spy Kids 1. 2. Island of Lost Dreams. And 2D version of 3. I'm watching the 3D one upstairs. Game Over. That one has Stallone, for those Stallone fans out there. Spy Kids 4. All the Time in the World. The Spy Next Door. Jackie Chan. Snakes on the Plane. I had one of the lines spoiled from Epic Movie. If you've seen Epic Movie, you'll know exactly which one that is. I will not be repeating it because it swears. Snow and Snow 2, Brain Freeze, featuring one Harrison Wells from The Flash. Snow Falling on Cedars. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original cartoon. There's a lot for Blu-ray because I have the 2 other Snow White movies on Blu-ray. This one is in The Huntsman with an identical Blu-ray. I like that gold color scheme. That's really popping. And this one is The Huntman Winter's War. With a less popping Blu-ray, just a generic one. Soloist. I think RDJ is in that. Robert Downey Jr. For those of you who don't know who RDJ is. Something's Gotta Give. In this one, Jack Nicholson ends up dating a younger girl and then dumping her for her mother, who's a little bit more his age. And then I think he has a heart attack or something. I want to get that on Blu-ray. Son of God. Sonic the Hedgehog. I do not have Sonic 2, but I want to get both of them on all 3 formats, so I have 5 open spaces here. Counting 5. Song of the South, aka Brer Rabbit's Story. I don't know why that one is offensive these days, but it is, for some reason. Sorcerer's Apprentice. I like it so much I got 2 of it. The Song of the South goes. Abel's Field and the Mighty Max. Right there. Came in a 4-pack with Soul Surfer and When the Game Stands Tall. I got it for Soul Surfer. It was only $1, so I wasn't going to argue with it. Sound of Music, classic. Rodgers and Hammerstein's. Oh, I want to get a Blu-ray for Soul Surfer, by the way. 2 copies of Stephen King's The Stand. That's the original miniseries on 2 discs. They look identical. And on 3 discs is the remake of The Stand, also a miniseries. That one says the name of the episodes on it. Episode 1, The End. Episode 2, Pocket Savior. Episode 3, Blank Page. Episode 4, The House of the Dead. Episode 5, Fear and Loathing in New Vegas. Episode 6, The Vigil. Episode 7, The Walk. Episode 8, The Stand. Episode 9, The Circle Closes. And special features. Stargate Atlantis Rising. Does this tie into Stargate Atlantis, the show, at all? Or is it its own entity? In any case, I have Season 5 of Stargate Atlantis, the complete series. This one looks like it has Search and Rescue, The Seed, Broken Ties, The Daedalus Variations, Ghost in the Machine, and special features. This one also has special features with The Shine Whisperers, The Queen, Tracker, and First Contact. Same disc, also with special features. For disc 3 has The Lost Tribe, The Outsiders, Inquisition, Prodigal, and Remnants. Also with special features is disc 4 of 4. Brainstorm, Infection, Identity, Vegas, Enemy at the Gate. Stargate, The Ark of Truth. Slots for the DVDs of Star Trek The Motion Picture. The Wrath of Khan. Search for Spock. Voyage Home. You'll remember I have these all on VHS. Final Frontier. Undiscovered Country. And then we have First Contact with the Next Gen cast. The slot for Blu-ray. Slot for Blu-ray of Insurrection. As well as Nemesis. Then there's a slot for Generations and Blu-ray as well. And here's Star Trek with Chris Pine and Hemsworth. Thor. Star Trek: The Captain's Summit. I think I had both Captain Kirk's and Picard. Into Darkness. Slot for the Blu-ray. And Beyond. Slot for a Blu-ray. 2 copies of The Phantom Menace. I do have 4 copies in total. Just 2 of them are here. Then 3 copies of Attack of the Clones. I actually have 5 copies. Because I got the Blu-ray combo pack of the originals. Or the prequels, I mean. And the originals. Here's the second disc of Phantom Menace. An alternate disc, Foreshadowing Vader. And disc 2 of Attack of the Clones here. Clone Wars movie. For those that understand Japanese, if you can tell me how many theatrically released Star Wars movies there are, then you will win Ringu 2. which only has Japanese audio. Did I show the Clone Wars movie? There it is. Clone Wars Season 1, Disc 1, 2, 3, and 4. Season 2, Disc 1, 2, 3, and 4. That one has Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Plo Koon. One of my friends said that this series was not in chronological order. If this is true, what is chronological order for the Clone Wars? Because I do not know. Here's an ARC Trooper on Season 3, Disc 1. Savage Opress on Disc 2. Asajj Ventress on 3. And Chewbacca, a fan favorite, on Disc 4. Then we have General Grievous on Season 4, Disc 1. Ventress again on Disc 2. Pre Vizsla, voiced by the MCU's Jon Favreau. Savage Opress. Jon Favreau is also a larger built Mandalorian in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. And then with Saw Gerrera, we have Season 5, Disc 1. With Ahsoka on Disc 2. And Hondo Ohnaka on Disc 3. And in Season 6, we have Obi-Wan. Anakin. Looks angry. So does Obi-Wan for that matter. And so does Mace Windu. Padawan Menace, Lego Star Wars. I know what you're thinking, why is this not with the rest of Star Wars? Because I said so. Or with the rest of Lego, I mean. And on Blu-ray there. The character on the disc for the DVD is young Han Solo. That's right, young Han Solo. Then we have the Yoda Chronicles episodes 1 and 2. They never made 3 on the disc. I would love that. I think it was called Padawan's Rise or something. Revenge of the Sith, Disc 1, Copy 1 of 4. Here's another copy. Full screen, widescreen, nice. And the bonus features disc. Then we have Spark of Rebellion. Season 1, Disc 1 with Ezra Bridger, who's also present on the previous disc. A Stormtrooper on Disc 2 of 3, and Sabine Wren of Clan Vizsla, as in Pre-Vizsla is an ancestor. Ezra Bridger again on Season 2, Disc 1. This time he has his own lightsaber. Sabine with a different hair color. She changes her hair quite frequently. Vader. There we go. Ahsoka on disc 4 of 4. Then season 3 has Ezra once again. And you're really going to see what I mean by she changes her hair a lot with this disc because Sabine Wren. Admiral Thrawn. Darth Maul's on disc 4. Solo: A Star Wars Story was slots for the up through 4K. Sabine with her helmet on for disc or season 4. Disc 3 or disc 2 has Garazeb Aurelius. Disc 3 has Hera Syndulla. I noticed I missed, or I had disc 2 in the wrong position. Then we have Rogue One: A Star W. That's what the ticket stub said. And on Blu-ray, with 2 slots for 4K there. The Empire Strikes Out Lego Star Wars. Other 2 copies of Phantom Menace. My other 2 copies of Attack of the Clones. With slots for the 4K. 3. 4. We have 2 copies of number 4. Right there. 5. Slots for the 4Ks of 1 through 6. 5 again. 6. 6. And a slot for 4K. Bonus material. Mandalorian, Season 1, Disc 1 and 2, even though Boba Fett's armor did not show up until Season 2, I believe. Season 2, Disc 1 and 2. I was surprised to find this when I was looking for Star Wars Resistance. I was like, 2 seasons of a show I never thought I'd be able to own for $10? Yes, please. Force Awakens, Blu-ray and DVD. There is a bonus disc on the Blu-ray here. There you go. Last Jedi, slot for all 3 formats, for Blu-ray and 4K, and a 2-disc 4K for episode 7. So that's probably what they would end up doing. Episode 9, 2 slots for Blu-ray 4K. My second copy of Stealth that I mentioned earlier. Stitch the movie. If I mentioned it earlier, I mean in a previous video I mentioned it. Straight Outta Compton. I haven't seen the whole thing. Just sections of it. And I have Stranger Things discs 1 and 2 for season 1. This came in that VHS style case that I showed in my VHS collection. It has Chapter 1, The Vanishing of Will Byers. Chapter 2, The Weirdo on Maple Street. Chapter 3, Holly Jolly. Chapter 4, The Body. Chapter 5, The Flea and the Acrobat. Chapter 6, The Monster. Chapter 7, The Bathtub. And Chapter 8, The Upside Down. The same episodes, obviously, will be present on the Blu-ray that look like this. Same episodes, so I can read them off again. Strengthening Families, 1997 Missionary Open House. Before my time. And Worldwide Leadership Training, Strengthening the Family and the Church through the Priesthood. This came out in 2013, well within my lifetime. I was 13 going on 14, depending on what time of year that took place. And that is it for case 10, but I'm going to show you what the case looks like because cases 10, 11, and 12 all look like this. I call it gunmetal gray, even though it's not technically gunmetal. Like this. Boom. So that is all for this episode. I'll be right back with cases 11 and 12. And I'll do those in a single video when I grab those. And I'll be grabbing new LEGO guest stars. Or guest appearances. Not really stars, but you know what I mean.